Welcome to the deep dive. We've got a fascinating challenge today, I think. We're unpacking some core ideas about how we learn, how we're guided, and how we influence each other.
That's right. All based on this stack of sources you've shared.
Yeah, and our mission really is to try and connect the dots. We've got definitions, personal stories, quotes, even a visual observation.
And it's interesting how they all seem to push us beyond just, teaching.
Exactly. It's about guidance, influence, learning, and how it can be, kind of surprising sometimes.
Right. It often requires a certain posture, maybe, from the person taking it all in.
Okay, so let's jump in. The sources start us off pretty clearly with a definition for tutelage.
Yes, the formal sense. The material defines it as instruction or guidance, specifically, for an individual, often by a teacher, or even acting as a guardian.
So structured, intentional, kind of the classic model. One person guiding another.
Pretty much, yeah. Clear hierarchy, often a clear goal.
Okay, that's one piece. But then the sources seem to pivot quite quickly, don't they? To something much less formal. There's this personal reflection about a relationship with a mom.
Yes. That one's fascinating because the dynamic is, almost reversed. The speaker feels they actually influence their mom more.
More, really. Despite differences.
They acknowledge differences, yeah, but also this surprising alignment in, everyday worldview. And the source actually says that the mom picking up some of the speaker's values makes their relationship a bit more pleasant.
Wow. Okay, so that really flips the script on tutelage, doesn't it?
Completely.
It's not formal instruction, it's influence. Almost like osmosis and flowing the wrong way, child to parent.
Right. And I think it tells us a lot about how influence works outside of, classrooms or mentorships. It highlights that it's not just about authority, it's about interaction, consistency.
And shared values, you mentioned that seemed key.
Crucially, yes. When values line up, even a bit, that receiving of influence just seems to happen more easily, more organically.
Smoother for the relationship, as the source put it.
Exactly. It suggests we're sort of constantly, maybe unconsciously, influencing the people closest to us. And they influence us back, shaping how easy it feels just to connect.
Okay, so whether it's that formal tutelage or this subtle two-way street of influence, what does the person on the receiving end actually need for any of it to stick,
Yeah.
Which brings us to that amazing Frank Zappa quote from the sources.
Yeah, that's a great one. A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it is not open.
So simple, but wow, if we connect that back to both the formal teaching and that messy informal influence, what's the absolute must-have?
It's exactly that. Openness, receptivity. It doesn't really matter how brilliant the teacher is or how much your values align for that subtle influence. If the mind is closed off, none of it works. The parachute, it just stays packed.
Right, you just fall.
So Zappa is saying that being receptive isn't just helpful, it's fundamental. It's the only way learning or influence can actually, take root.
And there's that visual in the sources, too, reinforcing this. The coworkers in the break room.
Yeah, the description of one talking and the other listening with wide eyes.
Wide eyes.
It's such a perfect image for that open parachute Zappa mentioned. It's the physical sign of being receptive. Intellectually, emotionally, those wide eyes signal an openness, an eagerness, maybe? A lack of immediate judgment?
It's the opposite of someone, arms crossed, looking away.
Exactly, or just internally arguing against everything being said. That visual just hammers home that the listener's posture is, just as critical as the message itself.
Okay, so let's try and pull these threads together then. We've got formal guidance, tutelage. We've got this informal, even reversed influence from the personal story. Then the absolute need for an open mind from Zappa and that image of the wide-eyed listener. What's the core insight here from all this?
I think what these sources really reveal is that, guidance takes many forms. Structured, spontaneous, top-down, reciprocal. But the ultimate factor, the thing that decides if learning or influence actually happens, it seems to lie less in the delivery.
And more in the receptivity.
Exactly, more in the receptivity of the person. That open mind isn't just a nice bonus, it's the engine. It's what allows any kind of guidance, any kind of influence parachute to actually deploy and work.
That really gives you something to think about.
Yeah.
So maybe ask yourself, where are you currently giving or receiving guidance or influence? Whether it feels formal, like tutelage, or more like that subtle exchange.
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, how wide are your eyes? How open is your mind to that connection right now?